Guess who's back? It's us once again. Hi, I'm Leland Best over at Best Live TV, and with me again today, to my left over there, is Ray Luan, CEO of NewOaks AI. Welcome to the broadcast, Ray. How are you today?
Good, good, good. Thank you, Leland. How are you?
Oh, I think everything's looking good. Give me a one in the chat out there if you guys hear us. If you're here, if not, no big deal. I've got a recording going on this side. Everything looks great. I'm doing well, Ray. It's Tuesday morning over here. I don't even know how to open the show, Ray. It's one of those things where we've realized we've had quite an event take place over here in the US in the last few days, with our former president, US President Trump, having an attempted assassination take place at an event here in the US. So I know you had made mention that this affects you guys over there. It does in some ways or another. Can we just start off to get this out of the way, and then we'll move on to New Oaks? What has this, or how has this impacted you guys over there in China with the news that's happened over here in the U.S.?
Well, yeah, first of all, I think the biggest impact is that it impacts the sales of t-shirts
That's right.
export to the US. Couple hours just right after assassination, like within like 4 hours. So the Trump assassination shot and fighting the famous picture was imprinted on the t-shirts. It's everywhere. It's even on TikTok shop. So I post a picture with there are about 1,300 t-shirts sold within like 4 or 5 hours of the assassination on TikTok shop. It was that quick. So Chinese just are like business person there. We don't care too much about the politics, but what we care about what we can sell at this moment.
No, I like
So
it. That's the way
yeah,
capitalism works, right? We're out there to try and
yeah,
make a dollar off
exactly.
of whatever possibilities the market might bear. So that's what
Exactly.
we do.
Capitalism. And I think well two things that it pops up in my mind. First of all, it's a bad thing, right? And I think the impact to in terms of business, right? Or AI. So I think it could be a good thing that if Trump can be elected, so TikTok
Hmm.
will not be forced to take off the shelf, right?
Yes,
From the
yes,
App Store. And
absolutely.
also, so that's one good thing. I think a lot of small business owners can keep making money out of TikTok. I think that's a good thing, right?
Yeah,
Beauty of
absolutely.
capitalism. And also, I was thinking about the impact to AI because I was on Twitter. I was monitoring the feedbacks or
Mhm.
response from other like people like Sam Altman, right, in the AI
Oh yeah,
industry, and
sure.
also yeah, and also Elon Musk. I think they're all pro-Trump in terms of the technology regulation. So I think
Mhm.
it could be good for the regulation of AI. I think Sam Altman is very active in terms of promoting AI technology to all the different governments around the globe. So,
Mhm.
but I think if there's would not be too much regulation constraint on AI, I think the AI technology will be better off, to take up early to reach the stage of AGI, which we call
Gotcha.
artificial general intelligence,
Mhm.
the world of AGI. So everything will be AI, and human will get much more productivity with the technology. So just my 2 cents on on that specific event.
No, I think it's something that I don't know. I kind of almost anticipated this event, right? In one regard or
Yeah,
another. I'm not sure why I felt that way. And it's been,
yeah,
decades since I
yeah.
was present in 84 when Ronald Reagan was shot as well here
Okay. Wow.
by
Wow.
Mr. Hinckley, which was
Yeah.
actually had nothing to do with
Mhm.
politics. It was the
Yeah.
shooter was actually trying to gain the
Mhm.
attention of a celebrity in Hollywood,
Yep.
by the name of
Yep.
Jodie Foster. So it was one of those
Yep.
things that you never know what the motives are here. And we're not trying to assume anything or make this political at all in any way.
Yep.
It just
Yeah.
has to be said that these types of events impact us every day.
Yep.
And we're just talking about the impacts this has from a business perspective and from an AI perspective and how it's going to affect those relationships going forward with China and the US, and also
Yeah.
just the political opponents that are dealing with AI as well, and the way the bias has played in across the board in this. So let's move
Yeah.
on, Ray. So you got some word of this new autonomous driving taxi that was just released in China as well. I had a video the other day of a release of a Tesla car, I believe it was, that
Yeah.
started driving the wrong way on a highway, and the police had to stop it, and there was no
Okay.
driver in the vehicle, so they had to
Yeah.
get a hold of the people in the car and say, hey, your car is driving the wrong way, you need to do something about this. So tell us about this new autonomous taxi in China.
Yeah, so there were about 300 autonomous driving robot taxi was placed into a central city in China. I think just to just be like in the testing mode. I mean, for FSD, right? Full self-driving technologies. It is not as well. First of all, I think it's good in terms of technology advancement and the updates on autonomous driving. And secondly, I think because of pressure from Tesla, we all know that Tesla is supposed to release his robo taxi in August, which I think could be postponed to October. So the search giant of the Chinese search giant Baidu started to hurry up and release the autonomous driving vehicles on the street. And in Shanghai, it's going to be released within a month.
Yeah.
To just get, in the city area, metro area, just for the autonomous no man vehicle driving on the road. It's pretty exciting. It's very exciting, I think, in terms of the advancement of technology. The unmanned or full self-driving vehicle. I have never thought the technology can be growing so fast and be so accelerating, so that it will change our life. Because I'm a Tesla owner. Obviously, I also own Tesla stocks, not a
Good for
lot,
you.
but I also, and I also own Tesla vehicle. So I wish Tesla could win in this game, because I know Tesla's autonomous driving technology is far more advanced than anyone else in the world, including Waymo. Because Tesla's FSD was using same transformer framework as ChatGPT. Yeah, so they use pure vision technology, which means that it's end to end. So Tesla just released their V12 software. It's purely based on AI, which means I can give a number. The previous Tesla's FSD software has 300,000 of codes, right? The previous version. But after Andre Karpathy joined Tesla and trained the neural network for the FSD, so the V12 only has 2,000 line of codes. Think about it. So it's pure NLP technology, is pure transformer based. So Tesla was training their AI model with all the different vision pictures or videos from the 8 cameras equipped with every single Tesla. So it's a pure vision-based FSD versus other competitors like Chinese or some European competitors. They are still using vision plus radar, the combination of vision plus radar. And so that they make it their tech stack is too complicated. They need to pre-map the whole city before they can deploy the autonomous driving vehicles onto the ground, versus Tesla can literally put a Tesla to anywhere, and the Tesla vehicle can learn from the videos or pictures getting shot every single second. So that's how the technology will be placed onto the Mars one day. You do not need to pre-map the territory of the Mars, the whole planet, right? You just can't. It's too expensive. But if you place Tesla vehicle, it's going to learn like human.
Scan and
Just
figure it
really
out on its own.
scan. Yes, just
Kind of
scan
like
the video.
LiDAR, right? It's all it's using in a sense. It's the ability to capture triangulating points. And I've worked in triangulation methods most of my
Yep.
life. I did a lot of CAD work
Yep.
for terrain surface
Yep.
modeling. So I used to
Yep.
determine volumes of dirt being moved from one area to another by
Yep.
calculating it
Sure.
outside of real time. It was something that I could
Yep.
estimate without actually
Yep.
doing the work because I was doing it as a just a mock-up inside of a CAD program. Same
Yep.
principle here. We scan the environment so that we can see
Yep.
what it is that we're looking at, and it actually
Yep.
creates a 3D model of that environment by triangulating those points depths in an XYZ fashion and gives us that
Yep.
ability to coordinate everything that's on the screen. So if something's out in front of you, the computer
Yep.
instantly has a coordinate for what that object is, whether it's a sign or a fence post or another vehicle.
Yeah.
It has it all framed within coordinates, so it knows where it's at.
Yeah. So, but the key, you're absolutely correct. But the key difference is that with previous AI, you have to have a set of rules. We
Yes.
call the rule engine to tell you what is the obstacle, what is a object, what is a light, right?
Yeah.
Things like that. But with the latest transformer-based AI technology, you do not need to know any rules. It sees the model, the large language model sees the object and identify the object right away, in real time.
In real time.
So
It's crazy.
yeah, so there's no need to build a 3D model. So that's the beauty of the technology. So I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, 10 years ago, we couldn't watch
Yeah.
video in real time
Yep.
like we are right
Yep.
now because we're watching this as under an ultra low latency stream where you're literally seeing us speak in nearest
Yep.
real time as possible within a couple of seconds of us in the studio talking to you from thousands of
Yep.
miles away. You're hearing us in
Yep.
real time. So all right, Ray, well, let's keep moving. We've got a lot to discuss here. Those were the trends
Yep.
of AI that are happening right now. So let's get into NewOaks and some of the product visions that we've got happening. A lot of updates taking place.
Yep.
Would you rather cover the updates first or just kind of give some more coverage as to, where the mission is headed, Ray? We can kind of wrap it up as a mission statement. Why don't we get into
Yep.
the updates? I know a lot of people want to see what's happening. We got a couple people here. We got Matthew and Sarah, and TechFlow is asking, what are the top 3 amazing features that your selling points are for NewOaks? So I'm sure we can
Yeah.
cover that in a small run. Go for it.
Yeah. Sure. Go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to give updates of recent features that we built. So first of all, I think the whole value I NewOaks want to bring to business owners is that we want to build a ultimate accurate answer machine for business owners. So that's why we use the latest AI technology. Because the AI can always bring the ground truth in the form of chatbot to business owners so that business owners can improve their productivity. So in terms of the building the better and a more accurate chat quality. So one of our unique selling point is that we make conversational appointment booking. And in that regard, recently we released the feature of payment gateway for agency owners. So we have like agency owners and also like solopreneurs, right? We're working on the payment methodology and solution for agency owners so that agencies can use AI chatbot and to resell it to other like business owners and start to collect payments. So it's from the building of the chatbot until the payment collection, the whole business process or the whole flow can be accomplished by NewOaks AI. So that's one feature that we just released recently, and the payment will be to our generic payment account, and then we'll distribute the payment to our fellow customers. So that's one thing. And the other thing that we were working on is that I'm trying to optimize the sign up process for self-registered users whenever either for NewOaks website or for our white label website so that the sign up users can get to create our chatbot in a shortest path. So that's the second thing. And third thing is that I'm going to focus on our e-commerce templates and also real estate templates with integration with Google Sheets. So tomorrow we're going to make all the prompts be highly customizable for e-commerce and also real estate templates.
Wow.
Um,
So that's a
yeah,
lot.
so
Just
those,
stop for a second, Ray. I've been kind of, as you've been talking, I've been showing some of the people the desk screen. I just want to cover a couple of things while I'm on that page,
yeah,
especially with regards to the pricing plan. I'm just going to kind of let
yeah,
everybody see what's going on inside my own account, which is a white label account. I
yeah,
run a brand called AIOchatbots.com. If you wanted to see how I front ended it, it gives you an idea of how you can customize the site for yourself. But here,
yeah,
what we're able to do now as white label owners, and the setup I have is my own pricing plan. I'm not using Ray's typical pricing plan, which he has for his bot. So inside
yeah,
NewOaks, you see Ray's pricing. If you have
yeah,
your own account, and I apologize, I've got some blurring features set up on here. Let me turn those off for a second. Okay. So if I go into my workspace, what this allows me to do is actually underneath the pricing plans, come in and add a price plan. And I can then choose which features I want within that plan. So I name it whatever I want. And that would be like the annual plan per se, or the monthly plan at whatever you could call it, your gold package, or whatever you want to call it. And then you can give it a status, which is going to be active or inactive. So for this one, I'm just going to make it an inactive status. And I'm going to charge $50 a month for this particular feature that I'm going to offer them. So I just want to make sure that I'm giving them the numbers that they need. Let's see if I can type in here. Oh, my typer is not working for some reason, right? Hold on. Oh, look at that. My typer doesn't work anymore. This is a Windows issue. I've run
yeah.
into this before. I don't know why this comes up, but for some reason, Windows entry points have, over the last couple of updates, have created issues for some cell entries. Yeah, it's not working. It'll let me type everything but this. Okay, so I'm having a problem with my keyboard. I'm just going to have to let you guys see what's happening here. Basically, you just check the values that you want, whether it's an unlimited bot, the number of characters you want to train that bot, and then the file size that's going to be used for the single training. Okay, the characters are what's used to speak back and forth with the bot, correct, Ray? And then the file
Yes.
size, oh, I'm sorry, that's not correct. The characters are the characters to train the bot, and then the file size is for each single individual upload that you do. As a file upload has a limit. So it's
Yeah,
either going to be
yeah.
1, 5, 10 meg. What is the limit for the file size upload, Ray? Is
10
there any at all?
megabytes.
Okay, sounds
10,
good.
10, 10 megabytes. Yeah.
And then if you want to give the people underneath you a capture lead system, an appointment scheduling system, removing the powered by, all of the features that Ray has been including into the system for users are available here as a one-off a la carte selection that you can add or remove from the person's account. So that gives you a
Yeah.
lot of granular control over what you can produce as an offering. So here I just created 3 quick monthly payment plans along with an annual plan. And this kind of puts me in place to just start business. I can go ahead and get going. So Ray, thanks so much for that feature. That's been a true enhancement to the system that allows the white label users to actually start, open, and create a business on the fly. So kind of cool.
Yeah, you're welcome. Mhm.
What else have we got? I got a list here of a couple of updates. That was the payment gateway feature, we're calling that. So you also want to optimize the sign up sequence process. We have workspaces that are set up currently. So the default is the self-registered user.
Yeah.
Someone comes in, signs in with Google OAuth or adds their email and password. So how much smoother can we make this process? Is this something where we're going to be able to move accounts, move bots from account to account kind of thing, and manipulate the bots? Tell me a little more.
Yes. So right now, the way that the workspace setup, workspace manager setup is that whenever there's a self-registered user who registers on your customized domain, right, and then um, create a chatbot. So it's all the self new registered user will be placed into a workspace called self-registered user. So next step, I'm going to allow the business agency owners to create a standard workspace so that you they can move the chatbot and the sub account from the self-registered workspace to a standard workspace just to manage the different audience groups in the form of different workspaces so that to just make the workspace management more flexible. And also, we are going to allow the agency owner to create a workspace and to create a sub account in the form of API. So make it more flexible. So eventually what we trying to build is that on top of the price plan and the product package features, whenever the customer pay by the price plan, subscribe to the model, and got all the feature options pre-selected, and then allow the agency owners to create an workspace and create an account automatically with API. So everything will be automated eventually. So that's my goal for this specific feature.
Looking forward to that, Ray. Got a couple questions, and thank you. We got Wawiko there telling me, yes, it is my Blur Web app that's blocking the feature set while I'm over here trying to type in the window. It's something that it's a extension within Chrome that I'm using to blur out keys and passwords on the video while we're broadcasting live, and it's giving me, it's a new app for me. Sorry, I'm just playing around with it and getting to learn it. So it's giving me a little
the new technology.
Yeah, you got to watch out for that stuff. Okay, just a couple of things here. We've got some questions coming in. TechFlow asks, where are all the places your chatbots can be deployed and utilized?
Oh, very good question. So first of all, the basic ones that you can deploy the chatbot to your website in the form of a chat bubble or chat widget in the lower end or left or right lower end of your website. Or that's one thing. And also you can embed the chatbot into iframe of your main HTML page. So that's the second place. And also you can always embed the chatbot into all of your popular social medias, for example, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, and Instagrams. And we are also going to integrate that with Telegram. Okay, so all the different popular social media apps. And thirdly, you can also deploy the chatbot onto a SMS channel through either Twilio or Google Voice or some other popular SMS channel in Europe or in other countries. So we're planning to build the chatbot into a omni-channel integration solution, even though for TikToks. So that's my plan.
Got it. That's good. I like it. AI One-Offs is asking, he hasn't looked at this yet, a question, go through the payment processing, please. What does it look like and what will it look like? And I think we've done that. That is what it will look like. It may, of course, evolve as things go on. Ray's going to be continuously improving that feature set. And obviously at the beginning, he mentions you can use their baked-in LLC white label brand account if you want. And then they also are asking, will we be able to will we be able to make sales with our own systems like Stripe and PayPal? Those are included into this feature set, but what if we wanted to bill outside of that? We can just turn this feature off, correct? Right?
Yes, so there's another option that if you have your own payment system, either powered by PayPal or powered by Stripe or other payment systems, we are building an API or webhook endpoint so that whenever a payment system you use, so we are going to connect our webhook with their API so that when the users click the subscription button, it's going to be the user will be directed to your payment system and get paid into your payment account, and then the payment account is going to send the status back to NewOaks, so that we know who paid how much for what product, and then we will send out a notification email to business owners, and then also including invoice and everything. So the answer is yes, we're going to provide a API for third-party payment system within like 1 week or 2 weeks.
Awesome. And a couple of questions popped up about whether or not they would be able to use your specific currency format in the price field when creating the package plans for people.
Yeah, good question. Exactly, good question. So right now we only allow US dollars because that's the most popular currency, but we are gonna open up to other like popular currencies like euro pounds, euro dollar, or English British pounds, or some other, or Indian rupees, whatever
Yeah.
currencies. Yeah, the answer is yes, but it
Good.
takes some time. Yeah.
Okay. Somebody also asked they wanted to see the integration within
Mhm.
Facebook. Well, let's put it this way. Please show and
Uh-huh.
explain how the chatbots can be active and interactive on all social media channels like Telegram, WhatsApp, etc. And is this for a page or in DMs or messages of some kind? Well, I can kind of cover a little bit of that. Basically, within the system itself, there are feature sets that Ray has built in to connect to Facebook pages and to a
Yeah.
WhatsApp account. Those are both
Yes.
done through the features that are available through Twilio because they have third-party beta apps that are in process right now
Yeah.
that allow Ray to use their pre-existing API connections and authoritative allowability that they have already with Facebook and with WhatsApp to
Yeah.
use that feature set to incorporate NewOaks into their system and then bypass all the other necessities of
Yeah.
building your own apps within Facebook and WhatsApp. You get a little more
Exactly.
detailed in that, Ray, and explain that a little more in depth for us.
Yeah, so the path that currently we adapt is that we use Twilio as a third-party integration solution. Through we build integration with Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, and Instagram through Twilio because with Twilio the solution for business owners much easier. Otherwise, you need a independent developer account with Meta in order to make all the integration and automation happen. So that way, we want when if you want to deploy, if you want to deploy a chatbot to Facebook Messenger, it's pretty straightforward. We have a set of if you if you go to the backend of the chatbot integration, so we have a step-by-step instructions that how to deploy the chatbot to either Facebook or WhatsApp. But there's only one step is that you need to register a free Twilio account and then go through the integration on the backend of Twilio and just enter two callback webhook endpoints and then enter that into the dashboard of NewOaks. So you just need to have one step with Twilio registration and also enter two URLs from Twilio. That's it. It's a pretty straightforward. And then on the front end, you will be able to as a visitor, you will be able to talk to your Facebook Messenger through your Facebook business page. And also, if you use WhatsApp, you can also use the WhatsApp number and start to talk to the potential visitors or customers. Yeah, you even can use the live chat feature. Whenever a potential visitors, talk to you through Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp, if they're not happy with the chatbot, always the end user can always type in "talk to human," then the support agent or business owner can step in. So it's
Yeah.
pretty flexible.
Yeah, I'm trying to give it an idea. I wanted to give him a front end view of this, Ray, but because I'm coming in
Yeah.
on my own page, we don't have one on the New Oaks Facebook page right now, do we? Not sure that we do. Let me see if I've got something here. I'm trying to see
No.
if we've got a good example where I could show them. I have one
Yeah.
built on my Best AI podcast, which is my podcast over.
Mhm.
Let me see if I've got the ability. Yeah. So if you wanted to try the bot anyway, just to see how one functions on Facebook, if you go to at Best AI Podcast, which is one I've installed on my own podcast site on Facebook, you can interact with it there on the message button, which simply allows you to talk to it. Here, I can kind of show it from this perspective. What we've basically done is baked the bot into the Facebook Messenger through Twilio. So we've been able to simply have people come over here and message our bot on Facebook. The same thing happens over on WhatsApp, but there are two methods to do that over on WhatsApp, Ray, are there not? It's not simply a one step. You could also use the QR code on WhatsApp to develop a store, correct? Isn't that something that you and tie it to your store? Or is that
No, we don't.
no, not yet? Okay.
No, not yet. We didn't go with the QR code route yet.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
My mistake. I just wanted to make sure that was the case or not.
yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see. We've got a couple more minutes left, Ray. I want to cover some of the big stuff here. There looks like there was another thing. So let's discuss how this technology could benefit each business. And that comes down to, let's get into the business card. I've been looking at this thing and I see it as a really cool way of just sharing your info with people when you're on the fly. But do you think there's ways that we're not seeing right now that we could be using this feature in the future? Because I see it as a gold mine to some extent, but I think we're missing something. Can people out there maybe throw in, what do you think so far of the digital business card? Is it benefiting you? I saw some people ask, what good is this to me?
Yeah,
And I'm not sure they realize it's a very good networking tool. It's the kind of thing that in an instant you can share and gather information from each other on the fly.
yeah,
And then they have access fully to your bot right there on that card so that they can ask
yeah,
anything about your business at any moment in time. So
yeah,
I hope that helps.
yeah. So
A couple more questions. Is there a cost from Twilio? No, not on the free account.
no,
So you
no.
can create
Um,
the connection without it. Go ahead, Ray.
for Facebook Messenger, it's totally free. For WhatsApp, Twitter will charge per message, but it's not for integration because WhatsApp itself is not free. It's cost because we use the WhatsApp Business API.
Yeah.
So for WhatsApp, there's a little markup from Twitter, but for Facebook Messenger and Instagram, it's free.
Gotcha. Okay, we didn't mention the predefined SMS messages for QR
Yes.
codes on the digital business
Yeah.
card. That was the one I wanted to
Yeah.
bring up. So what was that all about?
Exactly. So the use case is that the digital business card is a way for business owners to get traffic both from online and offline. It's, especially when you go to a exhibition, a demo, a show, and talk to your customers. To exchange information, the digital business card is a very good way just to show the AI assistant in a piece of QR code. So when the customer scan the QR code, they will access to your Facebook chatbot, your website, your SMS chatbot, your Instagram chatbot right away. But there's a new feature that for more important for business owners, that as a business owner, you do not only want to share your own contact info to your potential customers. In the same time, you also want to collect info from your prospective customers on the spot. So that's why we are building a predefined SMS message on QR code, which means when you present a QR code in the exhibition or a business show, right, to your potential customer, when they scan the QR code, the first thing they see is a form with predefined message, which include your business number with your address and your email, so that your prospective customers just make one click and then send his own contact info to your chatbot or to your CRM through SMS. So that's a beautiful feature that we're going to build, that so that you can, when you exchange contact info with your potential customers, you can also collect the leads info in the same time.
Oh, wow.
So
That'll be nice for sure.
Yeah.
So it's asynchronous. It's something that's going to take place at the same time. Where now, will that capture partial data? Let's say, do we have that availability in the form? Like if somebody starts to fill out a form and a call comes in and they lose the app, are we collecting their name and maybe they got half their email in? Do we get some of that data in the form? Are we using that type of autofill feature within the app as well?
Yes,
Okay, cool.
you get
Good
the
to know.
data, the email, name,
Sticky
first name, last
content
name.
was
Yep, sticky content. Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
That's what I
So
was
get
referring to.
form.
Cool. All right, let me just cover up because I know we're going to be running long on this one today, Ray. We got a lot of participation out in the chat. So I'm going to try to back up a little bit. Let's see. All right, question. I saw you set up the price on white label. Is that possible to set up any currency? We covered that. Please step in and explain how the chat bots are interactive. We covered that. I'm asking, does the NewOaks check out able to connect with my Stripe? Yes, it is. And PayPal, you can use your own. Can you explain or show how the flow builder will work once released? So that's another feature we haven't brought up yet. Ray, tell us about the flow builder tool.
Okay. So the reason that we are building a flow builder is that during the conversation between the chatbot and your prospective customers, oftentimes you want also the NewOaks chatbot integrate with other software to get information from a third-party CRM or apps. So that's why we build Flowpart, which means that during the whole conversation, the chatbot can actually retrieve data from your CRM or third-party apps, and also push data from conversation to third-party CRM or apps. So that way is that we make NewOaks AI open integration environment so that you can always integrate anything with real-time communication to the NewOaks AI chatbot. So that's the goal.
Okay, well, we're getting a little, what we are running into here, just for those folks who are wondering why Ray breaks up every now and then, being that we're tapping into servers over there in Shanghai, as we share screen at high resolution like that, sometimes the bandwidth that we're dealing with to connect to Ray gets overtaken by the screen share, and Ray may break up partially, or you may see his video stagger a little while he's talking, but his audio should continue to come in just fine. Just one of those things we have to deal with cross-continental broadcasts like this. So no, I think you covered that, Ray. So it's basically giving us the ability to go both ways by the time we're done with this, because not only will we be able to pull data from the bot and take it and send it somewhere else using things like Make or Late Note or Active Pieces, we'll also be able to do the same likewise and put stuff into the bot, or direct conversations from other bots into the bot, because it'll then be able to jump from API connections into the other bot. Fantastic. I love this. It's getting really cool. So let's see if we got any more, Ray. What is the best way to connect lead inflow into my CRM? And this is it, really, right?
Yeah, that's it. So the first feature is still under testing mode. So during the conversation, once the chatbot collect the name and email or phone number as a lead info, and then the chatbot will pass the lead info to your CRM through webhook endpoint. So we're building a webhook endpoint. And then if your CRM returns some parameters, and the chatbot will pass the return parameters in real time to the visitors. So that's how it works. That's exactly the first step of the Flow Builder.
Yeah, and someone's asking, this is Mohammed Firdas Azizi is asking, interesting. So the Flow Builder is something like a function calling feature in OpenAI. In a sense, it is, because you could call any function that's available through the API of any other app.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's the beauty of Flow Builder is that it's going to be a matrix of different function calls, and it's going to be real time. So there's a lot of collaboration work behind the scenes. So that's the beauty of that.
Yeah. And then I expect, Ray, as you move ahead, when you start collaborating with the folks over at Make and Active Pieces and Late Node, we're going to see modules developed on their end that will allow us to just literally go and grab the NewOaks module and drop it into the workflow so that we can connect through that back-end webhook that they've created for it. So beautiful stuff. I love it, Ray. I'm going to kind of wrap up the questions for now, folks, because we do need to let Ray and his team get back to work. He comes out here to sit with us for about a half hour, 45 minutes every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. out here at the NewOaks Podcast, so that we can discuss what features are coming next, how it's affecting us here at NewOaks, and all the AI trends that are coming as we see them. So, Ray, thanks again, as always, coming out here and sitting with me and answering questions. So appreciate your time.
Thank you, Leland.
Is there anything you'd like to leave us with before you go today?
Well, I think we just keep building different features. Just be ready to get the emails from me for the latest updates. And also, one more thing, that I'm also building up a NewOaks ambassador program. I'm going to invite people like Leland in as ambassadors, right, to really build tutorial videos, blogs or podcasts, just to showcase what NewOaks AI chatbot can do. So that's the program that I'm currently working on. So that's it. And also in August, I'm going to launch a AI hackathon program to a group of developers through DevPods. It is a platform for AI hackathon, just to to have more developers to use their expertise to build more creative chatbots with NewOaks AI technology. So those are two things that I'm currently working on. I am open up for any questions or suggestions or advices on that
Speaking
regard.
of suggestions, Ray, we do have a site for ideas. It's a tab on the website. If you go over and take a look at the updates page, the roadmap page, there's also an ideas tab that if you have feature updates that you want to see within the system, I just added one, Ray, and I know I just mentioned it to you last night. What I think would be a really cool feature to have for training bots would be a find and replace feature that would allow us to replace white labeled documents that might have other people's brands in them with our own, so that we don't have to reproduce the wheel as we update those web bots. All right.
Okay.
So cool.
Well received.
A newsletter, I think you mentioned also, Ray. Is that something that's just in the works that you would be producing on a monthly basis so that people can keep up with NewOaks as well?
Yes, I'm trying to make it a weekly basis, but it's going to be, my schedule is getting busy. So I probably will do every 2 weeks, I think.
Sounds good.
For the newsletter, just to get our customers the latest updates through the emails.
Perfect. All right. Well, we'll leave it at that, Ray. I appreciate you coming out once again, and we'll see you next Tuesday, 10 a.m. Eastern. We're not going to pull this video down like we did last week. I want to apologize to anyone that was interrupted while watching the replay from last week's broadcast. I had to cut out some edits at the very beginning of the broadcast that were broadcast out live. We just didn't need them on there. So we do have that link reestablished. It's available in the podcast or in the Facebook group and on the Facebook page, which is where you will find those each time we do one of these productions. The link will be available there and live. So, all right, Ray, get back to work. We're going to leave it at that, and hopefully see you in the next broadcast. Take care.
See you next Tuesday. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Have a good one.